Hello grade 11s. Today we will look at what we need to know when buying furniture on a hire purchase agreement. A hire purchase agreement allows the buyer to take home the furniture before paying it off. While the furniture is still being paid off, it is still the property of the shop. If the buyer defaults on a payment, the shop can repossess it. Once the furniture is paid off, it belongs to the buyer. Let's take a look at an example. This dinette has been advertised at a local furniture store. The store advertises the monthly installments or repayments as 157 Rand per month for 24 months. The deposit is 200 Rand. This means that the buyer must pay 200 Rand before taking home the dinette. 157 Rand sounds like a reasonable installment. Let's look at the total cost. The deposit is 200 Rand. The buyer also needs to pay 157 Rand each month for 24 months. This comes to a total cost of 3,968 Rand. In the same advert, the cash price of 1,999 Rand is given. Let's work out the difference in the two prices. 3,968 Rand minus 1,999 Rand equals 1,969 Rand. This is the amount that we must pay extra for the table and chairs if we buy it on the hire purchase agreement. Hire purchase agreements can cost a lot more than if we were to buy something with cash. Items should only be bought on a hire purchase agreement if they are needed urgently. A fridge is an example of an item that could be needed urgently. Let's look at an example involving a fridge. A fridge is advertised for a cash price of 3,000 Rand. If bought on a hire purchase agreement, a 300 Rand deposit is needed and monthly installments will be 160 Rand for 24 months. There are often hidden costs in these agreements. These can be found in the small print on the contract. They can include a service charge, insurance, and a finance charge. When the buyer applies for the hire purchase agreement, the shop will run a credit check on them. The shop needs to make sure that the buyer can afford to pay for the fridge and has a good record of paying off debt. Let's take a look at the extra cost on this agreement. 6% of the fridge's value is added for insurance. A once-off finance charge of 140 Rand and a monthly service charge of 37 Rand and 50 cents are added to the hire purchase agreement. To calculate the cost of the insurance, we multiply 3,000 Rand by 6/100. This comes to a total of 180 Rand. Now let's find the total cost of the monthly service fee of 37 Rand and 50 cents. 37 Rand and 50 cents multiplied by 24 months equals 900 Rand. Remember that we are doing all these calculations to find the total cost of buying the fridge on a hire purchase agreement. Let's add all these costs, including the monthly installments, together. The deposit is 300 Rand. The monthly installments are 160 Rand. Times this by 24 months and we get a total of 3,840 Rand. The insurance costs 180 Rand. The finance charge is 140 Rand and the service charge came to a total of 900 Rand. This comes to a total cost of 5,360 Rand. This is quite a bit more money than buying the fridge for cash. It would take a shorter time to save to pay for the fridge cash than to pay it off on a hire purchase agreement. It's important to consider your options carefully when deciding between paying cash or agreeing to a hire purchase agreement. Thank you for joining us, grade 11s. Remember, the tasks for this section can be found in the Interest, Banking and Inflation task video. You'll also be able to learn more about finance on our website, www.mindset.co.za/learn. Take care.